Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Trouble Free. In today's video I'm going to explain you about the EM algorithm, which stands for expectation maximization in machine learning. So before starting video, let me tell you something. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, do subscribe and hit the bell icon. And also, if you're having your exam schedule nearby, just let me know the date of your exam so that I can make videos by your exam date. And also I want to know the feedback from your side, whether you're able to understand my explanation or not. Okay, so let's get into the video now first. So EM stands for expectation and maximization, I said, right? So what is this mainly used for? This EM algorithm is mainly used to find the latent variable. So what is latent variable? I'll tell you, just hold on. And here, and it is also basic for many unsupervised clustering algorithms. So you have so many unsupervised clustering algorithms, right? So for all those algorithms, this EM algorithm, you know what unsupervised are. In machine learning you have three types. You have supervised, you have unsupervised, you have reinforcement. So in that, it is a basic concept for many unsupervised clustering algorithms. Okay, and now I'll tell you what latent variable is actually. So latent variables are nothing but you cannot directly observe that, you cannot directly derive those variables. Okay, so these latent variables are not directly observed. Then how do you get them? How do you observe them? How do you get their values? You can infer them from the other observed variables, that is the previously observed variables which you have in your system. You can infer the value from those variables. Okay, so this is how EM algorithm works on. It is used to find out the latent variable. And what do you mean by latent variable? The variables which you cannot directly infer, you need to depend on some other variables in order to get the value or in order to observe that value. Okay, done. So this is about the EM algorithm, and in this video you will learn about what are the steps involved in EM algorithm, what is the usage of EM algorithm, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages. Okay, so these are all you'll be learning in this video. So first let us see what are the steps. We have actually 4 steps, very simple steps, you can easily understand them. First, what you have to do is, initially a set of initial values are considered. So first you need to consider some incomplete value, some initial values, and you need to give that to the system, and all those values are actually incomplete. Okay, so next, in the second step, what you will do is, second step is the expectation. So EM means expectation maximization, right? So the second step is expectation. So in expectation step, or this is also called as E step, so in this step what you will do is, you will be using already observed data to estimate or to guess the values of the missing or incomplete data. So here we have incomplete data, right? So in order to guess the value of this incomplete data, okay, in order to give the values to that incomplete data, you will be estimating or you will be guessing the values based on the previously observed data. So with a reference from the previous data, you'll be using that data and you'll be guessing the values, or you'll be estimating the values for in the incomplete places. So done. That is the expectation step or the E step. In the third step, that is nothing but the maximization step, which is also called as M step. Here what you will do is, here we use the complete data generated in preceding E step to update the value. So whatever the values are there, so you will be updating all those values. See, the complete data generated in the preceding E step and update the value. Some of the values are missing, right? So some inconsistencies will be there, some missing data will be there, so you will be updating all the data. So based on the previous data, we have filled up the missing positions in the previous step. Here what you will do, you will be updating, okay, so and so was previously it was missing, now it got some value. So like that you will be doing all the updates in the maximization step. Okay, and in the fourth step, what you do is, you will be checking if the values are converging or not, right? If you find the values are converging, then you can stop the process. If you don't find that the values are converging, then you need to repeat the step 2 and step 3 again. That is, you need to repeat expectation and maximization again and again until and unless the values are converging. Okay, expectation in the sense, what you have to do, you need to fill up the missing data, and in maximization you need to update the data, complete data you need to update, right? So if there are any changes, all those changes are to be updated, and once you do the updation task, you have to check for the convergence among the data. If there is no if the values are converging, then you can stop. If the values are not converging, then you need to repeat the process again and again until and you find a convergence. Okay, the next comes the usage. So what is the usage of this EM algorithm, expectation maximization algorithm? So it is used to fill the missing data. That is what we understood now. In the expectation step, that is what we do, right? And it is also used for unsupervised clustering. That is what I said in the beginning of the video. And the again this one also, you know this, it is used to discover the value of the latent variable. This also I said at the beginning of the variable. So what do you mean by latent variables? The values which you cannot directly observe, you need to depend on some other values to get the value of this variable, then that is called as a latent variable. So you can discover the values of the latent variables by using this EM algorithm. Okay, now so these three are the main important and common usages you have with the EM algorithm. Done. Now let us see the advantages. So with each and every iteration, so where do you find a iteration? So in the convergence step, if they are not converging, you repeat step 2 and 3 again and again until and unless you get the convergence, right? So with each and every iteration, the likelihood will increase. The likelihood of the hypothesis will increase with each and every iteration you do, right? So for each and every iteration, the convergence keep on reducing, right? And E step and M step are easy to implement, right? So E step, that is the expectation step, and M step, the maximization step, you can easily implement them instead of performing so many complicated calculations. Of course you need to perform some calculations as well, but still they are a bit easier to implement when compared to other algorithms. Okay, now coming to the disadvantages. So in disadvantages, the first thing is slow convergence. So main thing is what we are checking for the convergence, but here we get the convergence very slowly. That is, you need to perform so many iterations in order to get convergence, right? And the second is it makes convergence to local optima only. That is only to the local one, not to the global optima. Okay, so the convergence which you are doing, even though you are making so many iterations, but still you'll be able to make up only with the local optima, but you'll not be able to converge with respect to the global. Okay, so that is all the disadvantage you have with this. So that's all for this video. I hope you understood what I've explained in this video, and if yes, hit the like button, and also let me know if you're able to understand the videos. Just let me know that. I'll make more and more videos for sure. You'll be writing your exams well. Don't worry about your exams, and thanks for watching the video till the end. Let's meet up soon in the next coming video with another topic. Till then, stay tuned to my channel for more and more such videos, and if you're still having any doubts, just feel free to comment in the comment section and ask me. I'll definitely try to clear all your doubts for sure. No issues, and thanks for watching the video till the end.